Ana Navarro's sharp criticism of Melania Trump's recent plea to Vladimir Putin has reignited conversations about accountability, compassion, and hypocrisy in public life. Melania's letter, which called for an end to the war in Ukraine and urged Putin to create a world where children can live with dignity, was presented as a noble humanitarian appeal. She emphasized that peace could be achieved with nothing more than the stroke of a pen. On paper, her words sounded compassionate and inspiring. But for Navarro, the message fell flat, and she wasted no time calling it performative hypocrisy. In a video shared on Instagram, Navarro questioned how Melania could speak so passionately about protecting children in another country while seemingly overlooking the suffering of children in the United States during her husband's administration. She reminded viewers of the immigration raids, mass deportations, and harsh policies that left immigrant children in constant fear. Families lived with the daily threat of being torn apart. Children faced the trauma of watching parents detained or deported, and many were stripped of the safety and stability Melania claimed to champion. For Navarro, the contrast was glaring. How could a call for dignity abroad ignore the indignities happening at home? Navarro pushed the point even further by highlighting struggles faced by children who relied on government assistance. She pointed out that during Donald Trump's presidency, many families were denied access to SNAP benefits, a vital program that ensures children from low-income households don't go hungry. She also underscored that U.S. foreign aid was slashed under Trump's leadership, leaving children around the globe to suffer from hunger and lack of resources. These policy decisions, Navarro argued, stood in direct contradiction to the compassionate image Melania sought to project through her letter. To her credit, Navarro didn't completely dismiss Melania's anti-war message. She acknowledged that advocating for peace is a good thing and even offered a small round of applause for the effort. But in the same breath, she stressed that such advocacy should not be selective. If Melania truly believes in the dignity of children, Navarro argued, then her first step should be to direct those same words toward her own husband. America's children, those living in fear of deportation, those suffering from hunger, and those struggling under systemic neglect, deserve the same compassion Melania is asking Putin to extend to Ukrainian children. This moment is not an isolated instance of The View hosts challenging the Trump family. Throughout the 2024 election cycle, Navarro and her colleagues have consistently criticized Donald Trump's record, both in policy and in personal conduct. Even Alyssa Farah Griffin, a conservative co-host who once worked in Trump's communications team, made headlines by revealing that she voted Democrat for the first time, casting her ballot for Kamala Harris. That decision highlighted how deeply some former Trump insiders have turned away from his influence. The View itself continues to be one of America's most influential daytime platforms, but it remains polarizing. Former co-host Meghan McCain has spoken openly about the show's combative culture, recalling that Rosie O'Donnell once warned her it was a cesspool. Conservative critics outside the entertainment industry have also raised alarms about the show's liberal bias. Reports suggest that even the White House and FCC officials have hinted at consequences if they believe rhetoric from the program crosses certain lines. Still, controversy has never silenced The View, and Navarro's latest comments prove that its hosts remain unafraid of challenging powerful figures. At the heart of Navarro's critique lies a powerful message. Words without meaningful action are empty. While Melania Trump's appeal to Putin might have carried a veneer of compassion, Navarro insists it lacked substance without addressing the pain happening in America. True empathy, she argues, doesn't stop at borders or political convenience. It begins at home. If Melania wants her humanitarian appeals to resonate, Navarro believes she must first confront the policies and realities that harmed children under her own roof. Only then can her voice carry the weight of authenticity and inspire genuine change.